to take this time in this part of the podcast to say that the truth is providing our three truths of entertainment. This is all speculation.
Disclaimer.
We're not indicting ourselves. Anything that we're saying is just due to discretions of jokes, joshing around. We don't mean anything. Back again, man, with another night, another vibe with a 3.
True.
You got your host, man. I'm in the building. You got your boy, feel me? They call me the GOAT. They call me Huey Freeman. You know what I mean? My platform is That Jai. You got Big J in the building as the host to my right. You got Mo, my guy, Mo Money, M Speaks Reality. One half of MJ Talk, man. Big Mo in the building. You got my nigga Zod, also known as Zod World. Zod Meets World's fan base is Zod Mob. We got Vibes with Zod in the motherfucking building, man. So just to start it off, I'm gonna just get this out the way. Andre 3000 has an album coming out. Do we give a fuck?
No. I mean, it's Andre 3000. I got a lot of respect for Outkast and shit, but I really don't care.
I'm indifferent to it, so if it's fire, it's fire. If it's not, it's not. That's all it is. Honestly.
He waited too long. Wait.
15 years.
Yeah, so.
It's reported that it's an album with no bars. Apparently he's gonna be playing the fucking flute. I guess it's just gonna be all harmony and melody.
That shit gonna flop crazy.
Oh, it's what he want to do. It's his prerogative.
I mean, bars is already dead in a sense anyway, so just that on top of it is like, nah. You're a hip hop artist. What the fuck are you doing talking about making an album for flutes? What the fuck?
Everybody's giving him his credit because I guess he's one of the pioneers of hip hop, and I guess they saying he's a top rapper / lyricist, so they're expecting him to give something that he's not giving. So.
Man, fuck Andre 3000. He the one that started this shit. Started the shit in the sense of the South taking over. Like, ever since that shit that he said the Source Awards, the South got something to say. That's when shit started to go. Like, you gotta understand, I fuck with Southern music back in the day, late 90s to early 2000s and shit. I do. Hella anthems, but now, this shit is getting out of hand. So it's like, fuck, y'all done ran this shit for almost 2 decades. It's like, damn, can we get something new? Like, I understand they were trying to compete with the West and the South at the time. I mean, the West and the East at the time, but y'all came and dominated and took the fucking airwaves over. But now it's like, okay, that's enough. Like, I'm tired of hearing this new artist from Memphis, this new artist from Florida, this new artist is from Atlanta, this new art is the South took. It's so bad now that, now I'm not hating, I got love for everyone, but you got new artists coming out from cities that don't even be popular with music before. Mm-hmm. You got niggas like ESTG, niggas from Louisville. What fucking other rapper you know from Louisville? Like, you got artists coming out of fucking Milwaukee, motherfucking Wisconsin, fucking and it's at the point where I wouldn't be surprised if another rapper is coming out of Wyoming and you never heard no music come out of Wyoming or North Dakota. It's that bad now. Okay, that's my opinion.
It's been that bad, honestly. Music can come from anywhere, honestly. It's just whoever got the talent, whoever got the drive to do it.
No fucking drive. Anybody now,
like what?
Anybody that could book a studio session. I'm talking
about the stay popping. I'm not talking about just to do it. I'm talking about the stay popping and relevant.
They ain't worried about staying popping and relevant. They just trying to get that take off. That's what they worried about.
So it's been new allegations, and it's reported that Diddy ex Cassie or whatever, she is pretty much suing Diddy for 30 mil for rape, alleged.
R.I.P. Cassie.
Yeah, like rape, I guess, physical, you know what I mean? But I guess it's from over 10 years ago, but pretty much they she's basically suing it.
R.I.P. Cassie. Niggas already seen the last time that an ex-bitch of Diddy ever tried to go against him. We saw how that went. The bitch tried to make a book exposing him and the shit that she knew that he did. R.I.P. So
That's all that is.
Diddy is a fucked up person. A fucked up person. He's a dark soul. And he will do whatever the fuck it takes to keep a motherfucker or a bitch mouth shut.
So none of this matters. Well, like I say none of this matters, but Diddy world is just a bump in the road.
Yep.
No, I don't think it's that. It's just like a little fly flying around his ear at this point.
He probably looking at it like, oh, she just trying to be petty. Okay, cool, we could go to court. But if you try to expose niggas and shit, now that's when you got me fucked up, bitch. I gotta close you for good. It ain't like he got the money to get that done. He could get that done.
So by the end of this week, we probably gonna hear about it.
No.
Most likely.
Nigga, I never even heard about it.
It just came out today.
Still, a headline like that should be making headlines right now.
And it is.
Nigga, I heard the Snoop Dogg shit is making more headlines than that.
About him quit smoking?
Yeah. And I just heard about that today. That's doing more headlines. People are talking about that more than what you just said about Cassie.
I agree. That's all I've been really seeing, especially today.
Mm-hmm.
All day everybody talking about the fact that Snoop announced that he's done with smoke. And they're making this such a big ordeal, as if him choosing to live a better life is ever a problem.
But I don't believe it. He not gone. Once you've been doing that for decades, it's in your system. To the point where it's not like he's like the average Joe person that really have to worry about saving up money and buying it. He could wake up, smoke, chill, smoke, watch TV, smoke, go in the shower, smoke, fuck a bitch, smoke. He has access to weed whenever the fuck he want. So if you got that kind of access to it, you not gonna want to quit that. You're not gonna want to quit that. But if you're a nigga,
I can go with that there. That's a good way of looking at it.
If you're a nigga that gotta pay bills and you have to make a pimp decision about your kids eating tonight, or you getting a bag of weed and shit, you're more than likely gonna go with the kids, but some niggas will still go with a bag of weed because they don't give a fuck. But
I just think it's possible for somebody to actually, it's always possible for somebody to evolve and be like the old brand and the person that I once was, they could come back and rebrand themselves. We've seen it plenty of times. A lot of people wasn't successful, but somebody like Snoop, he could definitely rebrand. Didn't he do a reggae Jamaican album?
that didn't last long.
I'm just saying, he went through
He did
phases.
it, but the real Jamaicans, my people, shut that shit down.
And I'm not saying it was a hit. I'm just saying the fact that he dipped into different avenues and tried different lanes. Some worked, some didn't.
But that one, he wanted to keep going and shit. He really wanted to keep going with the name Snoop Lion and shit until them real rosters came down and said, alright, cut the bullshit. You not Jamaican for real. You only embracing us because of the whole weed part.
Right.
You're not embracing the whole thing. Because Rastafarianism, that's a real religion. And it's like you're only showing the aspect. Yes, weed is involved because they feel like the more weed smoke that they smoke, they feel like they're getting closer to God. But you're only talking about it because they smoke weed.
Right.
That's it. You're not embracing the culture that comes behind it. So why the fuck would you even try it? Now that was some goofy shit to me.
So you feel like he was just using it for clout?
Yeah. He was trying to do something different, but that's
so
what
it was a mockery to him?
Yeah, that's what they looked at it as. If you embracing something, if you embracing one part of something only on a certain aspect of it,
alright, when you break it down like that, there's
and you're not embracing like the dietary system of that, because they're vegetarian, they eat fish and shit mostly. You ain't cutting out no damn meat.
Pescatarian.
Alright, so Drake doing the same thing when he be on the Jamaican team.
Yeah, but over there in Canada,
like all that. So that's all.
Over there in Canada, it is. But over there in Canada, in the UK, they've adapted they've adapted patois into the way that they talk and shit, into their slang. So Jamaican, and plus you gotta think, it's a lot of Jamaicans that live in England and fucking Canada. So that shit is easily influenced on the people that are not part of this ethnic group.
So Meek Mill, Rick Ross, 35K first week, W or L?
L in the sense that it's two big names, Rick Ross and Meek Mill. So it's like, I expect y'all to do more, but at the same sense,
they giving
when I look at it,
70, 80 piece minimum, and I would have said maximum maybe like a.
I mean, it could be a W depending on how you look at it, because one nigga don't really put out music like that no more because he's got too much money to really
35, that just sound like Ross by himself would have did 20 and Meek would have did 13. Like if they did a solo album.
Yeah, Ross don't make music like that, so it really don't matter.
I mean, he throwing car auctions at his crib.
He's got too much money. His house, his estate is a fucking tourist attraction. Tourists come by his house to be like, oh hey, this is Rick Ross's house. His big ass house with that big ass pool in the back. So he's making money. Meek Mill is just a nigga he still rap, but his shit don't hit no more. So it's just...
So Meek's the old head in the rap game trying to be cool with the young niggas to stay relevant.
Yes. Nigga, his own hood don't embrace him. So it's like, if your own hood don't embrace you, everybody else don't embrace you, but besides your fake celebrity friends, you gotta show this shit up to the game. And the little billionaires that be having you do bunny hops and shit to embarrass you on camera.
You know, since Meek don't really get that respect no more, including the respect and love from his city, it's like his career is kind of on a like...
It's been on a decline for years.
Yeah, his shit is on the decline. You got niggas you have rappers that were around and they still, and even when they fell off, they still have the support of their city. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have that, then really you're done. Nobody else on the outside is fucking with you. So your own people don't fuck with you either. It's like,
But yeah, so we basically just gonna say Krishan Rock was just being a cloud chaser, or she just an alcoholic that needs to get treated.
Both, but she's not gonna do none of that because it's more entertaining to watch a train wreck such as Krishan Rock than just watch that shit on fire. Yeah, no positivity's up.
And it's sad, I didn't even write this down in my notes. It's sad that I just thought of this. Carisha Please. She did a joint with Black China, and she said, I guess her and the other girl, whatever, JT or whatever, I guess they some interview. Some interviewers, it wasn't no interview, it was just them two just talking or whatever. Basically, she was just like, yeah, I probably wouldn't do no more interviews with Black China because I just wasn't feeling the energy. I wasn't feeling the connection. And I'm like, let them tell it. A female that's just trying to praise the Lord and find God, that energy don't connect with you.
No.
That's unbelievable. And Black China really changed her ways. She's evolved. She's a whole different person now. And that's the one female. You didn't interview, she didn't have Kevin Gates on, and this is just a couple, just a few. She didn't have Kevin Gates on, she didn't have G Herbo on, she didn't have Megan Thee Stallion on, she didn't have Ari on. No problem, good interviews, did great numbers. But her, the one that's trying to find God and the great Lord, that's the one where you be like, yeah, I probably wouldn't do no more interviews with her because our energy,
their energy not on a negative though. Their energy is too different. Mm-hmm. Her energy is trying to be pure, while the other one's energy is dark, nasty, musty, and
demonic.
Demonic as hell.
But that just fucked me up for
it's
her.
It's not minded with her demons.
It really fucked me up to hear her say that, yeah, like I just wasn't feeling the connection, like the energy just wasn't given. And I'm just like, you would say that about the one person out of everybody that you interviewed that's pushing God. That's the person you say that to.
Yeah. And plus you gotta think who's piping that down. So that ain't no holy, that's tainted penis that she's getting.
But this the thing, she fucked with Kevin Gates, and they got, in that interview, got one of the most numbers she got. I think that is the most viewed one she got, all the ones she did. She fucked with Kevin Gates, and he was pushing the whole spiritual fasting. But soon as he said he want, but soon as he say he want to put his tongue in your ass, now it's like, all right, he's back to scheduled program. What?
Because that whole spiritual awakening shit is just some shit he has to say. But
I don't agree with that.
I do, and I can show you clips.
I don't think it's a gimmick.
I can show you clips that backs up my statement.
I agree. I agree with the fact that you might got clips and statements.
I ain't gonna say nothing without doing my homework and without coming with paperwork. That's just what it is with me. So that whole shit that he does, it's all a front. But other people will believe it and be like, yeah, this nigga's really on some trying to change his body, change his aura. It's cap.
He's not Big General.
No. It's cap. That spiritual awakening shit is cap. Like, how the fuck you healing? How are you so... Alright.
So Lil Durk capping.
That's a whole different story.
NLE Choppa capping.
That's a whole...
I'm talking about with the whole spiritual journey, awakening.
To answer all of that, yes. All of them niggas are cap. But with Kevin Gates right now, we talking about him. Think about it. 1 year, you're a devout Muslim. You are going to mosque. You are praising Allah. You doing all of that. But yet, you will turn around and make music talk about take this dick, slap your ass, and then like shit like that. Like nasty, raunchy shit like that.
Your point sound
same thing with Dirt.
Your point sound like you going the whole Meek rapping about the streets but pushing prison reform. That's like the argument. It sound like you're making.
Everybody has to have a gimmick. That was his
so you're basically saying you stand on that same point. Like you can't be pushing prison reform but still saying we on the other side of America eating ramen noodles in the streets.
Yes.
Okay.
You can't do that. It's the same thing with Dirt.
And but that he be doing too much.
Nigga,
and I fuck with you, Dirt, but
ain't no doing too much. How the fuck 1 minute you're the same thing with Kevin. You praising Allah, you on your hands and knees and you bowing your head with your father. That just did a whole bid and shit for a decades. And now you turn around, do this all my life shit. You do that. Then you do the Muslim shit. Then you turn around and you always got that time to push the street shit.
I'm really not here when I say this. I'm just being honest. I really don't fuck with Dirt when he go to the India Part 47.
Oh yeah, the Lover Boy shit.
And then he goes to the singing to the bitches. And then he goes to the Don't Respond to shit from Vaughn. And then he goes to the All My Life. And then it's right back to Uber rides. Like I don't fuck with that. And people look at that like he just being diverse. I don't fuck with that.
Diverse.
That's the same way when YoungBoy be like, love, spread peace, stop the hate,
stop the violence. He said it himself that shit was cat.
No, look at me. I don't listen to neither one of those artists.
Nigga on Bobby Shmurda, when he had that beef with Bobby Shmurda and shit, this nigga like, come on, man. I just want to be your friend, man. Stop the violence, man. Ain't no damn stop the violence. He's openly invited him for
Bobby. Nigga Bobby.
Him too.
I'm glad you out of jail, Bobby, but
got poked.
It looked like that was I ain't saying it, I'm just saying it.
I'm saying it.
It looked like somebody was in that bed with the sideburns. We just need to confirm if that was just edges or that was just a beard, but maybe that was a ritual we don't need to talk about.
Got poked. Got poked in jail. Nigga, that ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Milf music?
I mean, before we get into that, and they just announced today that our man has finally came out the closet. I want y'all to guess who.
Smith?
Nah.
Alright, cool. I ain't want to get in that debate.
Yeah, no, not yet. We talking about, you don't got no idea?
I said that came out. I don't know.
Oh, King Lil J. Came out today.
The Chicago nigga that had the video, yes. He said you wasn't fighting over the Transformer, and now that was cat. Now he finally is
Rainbow.
So Jayda and Milf Music Productions, produced and owned CEO by Mr. Blueface Bleedum, Schoolyard, Big Blueface,
Big Blueface,
not the little. Yeah, Milf Music is successful. The Krishan and Lil Mabu, Mr. Take Your Bitch shit, that shit rocked out for a good 10 to 14 business days. Fizzled out now, and let them tell it.
3 weeks.
Yeah, let them tell it. Blueface and Jayda, and they said they booked to 24. They booked for the rest of the year. And people are spending money on this bullshit. No offense, Blueface, get your money.
Black 100 making a lot of money. Shit. Him, the labels that this nigga is signed to, they making a lot of revenue right fucking now.
It's just sad when you see Blueface and Jayden selling out shows, whether it's colleges, high schools, universities, or whatever, and they just going out performing, doing their little MILF music shit, and everybody know the words. And Krishan's just out here just looking bad now. Like at first it was like, okay, she elevating, she giving peace, she moved on and found better and got Blueface out of her life. Now it's like, y'all gonna keep going with this Blueface the problem? I'll be real, he might be toxic, but she's showing what she's doing all by her damn self.
Yeah.
You know how y'all be on this Medea, Tyler Perry, I can do bad all by myself. Yeah, she is. She's doing bad all by herself with no Blueface or nobody around to control her, to sign her contracts, to control what money she get. Do your thing. We don't know who's watching the baby. Cool. Do your thing. Keep doing what you're doing. And this is what she got to offer. Embarrassing Tamar Braxton, Lil Mabu, your baby in Walmart.
Like I said, we already
that
know
baby,
she's just a stupid bitch.
That baby.
Honestly, she's just a stupid bitch with money.
I pray for that kid.
I do too.
Because you don't... When I had my daughter, I waited a couple weeks before I had her outside. Because as we know, outside is carrying a lot of various germs and shit. This bitch didn't even hesitate to have that baby outside. Not even guarded up, just dead in some clothes in her arms with his head all the way back like that. You can't hold no damn baby like that.
For me to be an infant and I'm not even 6 months old, but I'm global.
It's crazy.
But not for good reasons.
Some people
it's not
wait
gonna be for good
to show their baby's face to the world out of privacy and respect and all that shit. I can understand that. But her, that kid, you have a picture of his face, you have a picture of everything else, and thanks to Blueface, you have a picture of his and Rihanna. You have a lot of things on this kid, and this kid just got born into the world. He shouldn't be exposed this young. I'm sorry, he shouldn't be.
I know this is a random topic, just thought about it recently. I ain't had this on my notes either. You know the rapper Lil Tyler?
I heard that name.
Heard of him.
Think he up and coming?
Man.
I haven't heard his stuff yet.
I mean, I don't really... I heard of the name, but I don't really like...
I ain't hear none of his stuff yet.
And I usually stay in tune with all the popular shit.
Just to put it in the context properly, fan base crazy.
Who he signed?
Lil Tyler.
Who he
I don't know.
Alright.
At this point, it really don't matter who niggas signed to. As long as you got that
I'm just saying because
big
nigga young as hell, and it's like a lot of this shit getting old and repetitive anyway. So I feel like the way hip hop,
breath of fresh air.
but it pretty much is like he got co-signed for Jayda, Wayda, Rubi, a couple other people type shit. But yeah, you saying you feel like just all them, the NLE, the dirt, sometimes the money bag, cause he be in and out of his Muslim pocket. You just be feeling like they just all
cap, yeah. They all cap. If you could turn around and read if you could read the Quran 1 minute, and then just turn around and then go right back to the bullshit, it all sounds like what Charleston White said in the interview and shit.
I'm gonna let you get that off, but the only reason why I don't like that last point you just made is because when you said that, I instantly thought of Moneybagg Yo dying and fasting and then making a hit record saying he can't put the cup down. unbelievable. Pushing Muslim, fasting, I got burned this week, so I'm tired of having this gut, but for some reason I can't leave Waukesha alone. In the same sentence. And he's talking as if he still relapsing and does it. Not that he's fully finished with it. He's not fully healed. He's almost healed.
Almost means you're trying to. He's not trying to. He has to say he's trying to because he already said it before.
Lil Durk, I need to cancel shows to get my physical and mental health back on track.
I don't feel like going. I don't feel like performing tonight. That's all that is, nigga. It's like what, like I said, what Charleston White said in the interview about niggas that go to jail. They go to jail. They got contact. They calling moms. The kids have contact with them because they all know he's in one single place. He's trying to get the family back together, get everything right. He's working out.
I don't like how you breaking this down because you make it sound so.
And this is go
bitch like.
Because y'all, we know niggas personally that is all resembles to. He goes to the local the service in the jail or the prison. Goes to the service, get baptized every Sunday, reading the Bible or the Quran, working out. He's not off. He's off drugs. He's not touching himself. So by the time he's doing all of that, getting right, being a better human being behind bars. Muscle saying right, so you gotta keep that bitch that's on the outside sitting, putting money on your books. You gotta keep that bitch happy because you still want that money and to hit your account. You doing all that shit. Then by the time you get out, within 6 months, a nigga that Quran and that Bible, that shit's still sitting on the counter, hasn't been touched, got some little dust on it now. Moms, you don't really talk to moms like that. She can't get a hold of you. You know what I'm saying? The bitch that was holding you down in jail, you flip-floppy with that because you got 3 or 4 other bitches on the line waiting for an opportunity. So that same nigga that was in jail that's supposed to be rehabilitated and changed, once he gets out, he's a whole different, he's back to the same bullshit he was on before. And all that shit to say, that's a lot with these rappers. They'll push whatever religion that they in. The Muslim faith is the popular one right now, I guess. So they'll push the whole being a Muslim thing, wearing the long,
look like dresses.
Yeah, all that shit. Bowing on their knees, going in their corner, praying, all that stuff. But then yet you will turn around and make a song dedicated to sliding on niggas, splitting the block 3 times. How? And like you said, Uber rides. And like Captain Gates, motherfucking stuck your ass, stuck your bitch. Like back to the bullshit. Bullshit. You back to the bullshit. But you supposed to be a holier than thou man. You supposed to be on your shit. That's not on your shit. You're doing that for entertainment.
So Akademiks linking up with Yachty on the Safe Place pod. I don't even know what I could say other than I just don't believe nothing in this industry no more.
You're not supposed to.
That shit went by quick. That DJ Akademiks Saucy Santana shit went by like that.
Yeah.
Niggas not even talking about it no more for real. And that was just a wait a minute,
He had to take a week off of streaming. So I happened when them calls come in. When them calls come in, it hit
shut
different.
the fuck up. Somebody from over him said, hey, cut that out. We don't give a fuck if you bash this bitch. We don't give a fuck if you bash this nigga. When you start fucking with that, you gotta. And he not gonna go against the people that's signing his paychecks. Spotify and them, he not fucking with Spotify. They're signing his paychecks. I mean, he makes his own money off streams, but you gotta think, you're doing it on the same platform that gave Cassie that a hard time. So if you trying to piss them off and they're already locked in with that community, they'll shut you down.
Yeah. You
talking about endorsing your own private, your own show through Spotify, and they're locked in with that community, they'll shut you down. Any way that you make money, they will shut you down. Cause and that's what I didn't understand during that situation. They tried to say how well, Saucy tried to say, oh, you scared to talk to me because I'm a gay boy. What that gotta matter? Is that the only thing you could think about me? Is that I'm gay? But the fact is, if you was a regular nigga, I can verbally say shit that I want to say to you because I wouldn't feel like I would get repercussion as bad. But you are part of a large demographic. So if I talk to you a certain way, they'll shut me the fuck down. And that's facts.
Mm-hmm.
We can't play dumb and act like that's not facts, bruh. That's what it is.
That's always what's gonna be.
You can't talk to an F word the way that you wanna, and I looked it up, I can say that. You can't talk to an F word that way and think nothing's gonna happen.
I agree.
You gonna bleep that one out. We'll say F word. I don't even know if I really could say that, but hey, the F word.
Alright, fuck these bundles of sticks.
That's even worse.
I
But
know.
hey man, that's crazy.
I use the actual definition.
You trying to get us canceled before we even take off.
Yeah, let's not talk about this here. Y'all said it 80 times in the last video.
All right. Well, since we
We
talking
bleep
about
that bitch out, dude.
since we talking about
Wow. See, if we gonna get canceled. We don't get canceled. Listen, I don't got no problem with y'all. I mean, I do, but I don't. You know, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I'm not here to judge.
I got a problem with y'all extra. That's it. I just got a problem with the extras. That's it. I ain't gonna lie.
I would like to
Extra
take
shit.
this time in this part of the podcast to say that The Truth is providing art through the truth of entertainment. This is all speculation.
Disclaimer.
We're not indicting ourselves. Anything that we're saying is just due to discretions of jokes, joshing around. We don't mean anything. Back in news, it's alleged that Will Smith and Dwan, whatever the nigga name is,
Dwan.
Martin, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I heard that Will Smith is into some kinky shit. That's why he don't look at Jayda like that for real.
Why do we have Will Smith in news?
Because I mean, they all fucking around with each other.
There you go. Now
It's
you
just
got
one
that.
big orgy. No, because we bleeping this shit out. But we on.
Took you long enough though.
We got, because I try to be political. I went too hard last time.
But you gotta admit though, this is news.
It is. It is. But like I said, they all fucking around with each other.
It's
Like Will Smith fucking on Denzel, Moneybag fucking on the baby, fucking Drake fucking on Cole, nigga. Everybody's fucking everybody in that shit. And for the women, Summer Walker eating out fucking Ice Spice, motherfucking Glorilla eating fucking Sexy Red's ass. Everybody is
Cardi B
touching.
and Megan, they showing who got the real wop.
Nicki Minaj and Cardi B licking each other's titties. Nigga, this is all a show, nigga.
Mhm.
This is a show.
It's all entertainment.
In public, you don't like these people. Behind closed doors, you're gonna suck or eat off these people.
It's how it goes.
With the white, do I believe that allegedly he did? I know he did that shit. A nigga that's a nigga that's 6'11", almost goddamn is 7 feet tall, looking down on a nigga that's dressed like a bitch, and you telling me he's not gonna physically abuse or sexually abuse that little pipsqueak motherfucker dressed like a bitch?
And that's how he like to play with it, pause. That's how he like to
And
play
my
with
thing is, the nigga went to a college, Christian high school. He was brought up in that whole Christian faith. I understand that, but once you enter a new line of industry and shit, they're gonna put you on to some shit the more years you're part of it, the more easier and simpler it's
I
gonna be.
gotta time out on that.
NBA,
I got time out on that. I gotta say this. I gotta say this.
I just want to call it how we see it.
Go ahead. I'm gonna tell you this.
The more money you make, the more feminine you gotta be.
Yes.
And
More feminine shit you gotta do.
Yep.
But
Him going to Christian, Catholic schools, whatever church type school. Did we all forget what preachers used to do?
We not
What they still
going
do?
there, man.
What they still
I mean,
do?
I know, but
Of course. And plus,
he talking
all
about the whole aspect of the priest, the
touching
preacher,
the kids. I know.
all the
and
moms and grandmas
all
that
the
sit.
freaks go to those schools.
All the moms
I know.
and the grandmas and the aunties that sit front row for Bible study every Sunday,
They
every
still gonna pass
single.
afterwards, and then send a little Timmy in there.
Right. Hoes get down in the church. I understand all of that.
And just the whole fact that church and college ain't too much off from each other because it's both giving scam.
College, that's the real one.
But I'm saying, you telling me, and I'm just saying, I have a relationship with God, I have a relationship with the Lord, I pray, I manifest, I stay highly favored. Cool. I had to show up to this establishment and pay to learn the good word, to show that that's the least I could do to show my contribution to my faith.
Right.
It's bullshit to me.
It is.
Because it just sounded like, just give us a couple of hours to show us you really...
Nigga, it's a hustle.
Like, you really love the Lord that much, so you can't give me $50? Like, that rent money...
You gotta put it in the...
Are you serious?
Put it in the plate. Put it in the plate. Put the money in the plate.
Don't worry about your rent money. Don't worry about... Because won't he do it? Yes, he will.
I got you.
And I love... And I have a great relationship,
that.
so I don't want y'all to...
With the church, it's been a scam. It has. But people do it. I feel like people will know that it's a scam, but they'll do it just to flex how much they love the Lord.
I just don't
like people that run the religions. I respect all religions. I just don't respect the people that run them.
Yeah,
I just feel like once they get up there and they be reading out that book, they just start to feel like they God themselves, and that's the part where it's like it's just too much misdirection. You saying God doesn't judge anything. God doesn't judge nobody. Nobody is perfect, but at the same run, y'all judge people every single day. That does not make sense to me. Just because somebody choose to sin, I ain't saying praise them and say that's a good thing. But for you to sit there all day and to criticize and talk about somebody that does sin, to me, that sounds like judgment and hate.
So it's gonna be judgment.
For a group of people that say that they don't believe in judgment or hate, all y'all do is judge and hate on people that don't follow what y'all follow.
Yes.
Or don't believe in what y'all believe in. If y'all don't think that don't make sense, alright, cool. Y'all know what the definition of hate and judge and discriminate means. You're not going to sit there and tell me that when you went to church or you read up on some certain things, I know it don't come across as if when you hear it sound like, damn. Like, alright, I'm really using my brain to listen and hear this. It's a lot of manipulation going on. You saying God don't judge nobody, don't judge, but I'm sitting here listening to you judge people for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, that nigga is the reason I want to go to church.
Nah, for real though.
Bruh, I know personal people that I know their grandparents or whoever went to that church before, and they, for real, before the whole incident with him getting robbed. Pastors like that, I'm not going to their service because I already know what the fuck they on. If I see my pastor pulling up in a Rolls Royce Cullinan with a damn Gucci suit on,
and then it comes out these pastors and priests, they didn't have history, because you know by the time they get up there on the podium, they either 35 going 40, or they in their 50s or they mid 40s going on 50, 60, so they already been young and lived the past ways. You hear it when they be preaching. I remember back in 85, I was out here selling nickel bags. They tell you. But what ends up happening is when shit like that happens, now it taints the whole religion. When it's like, I think we need, as a black community, we need to put job qualifications on who we gonna put up at this podium. That's just like, hey, I'm just saying. I be feeling like it ain't no job description. Well, he used to rob people back in '94, but he didn't found the Lord in 08. He didn't. That's bullshit, bro. And then when they do the crooked shit, y'all sit there and make it seem like, I don't know why he do that. He been following the good Lord for the past 15, 20 years. He 47. What was he doing the first 27 years? Fucking the streets out.
Listen.
It's crazy.
This shit reminds me of a pastor in my city that really sat there and said, he already did like a 30-year bid anyway. So he came back and he was on the stand talking about, God is my nigga.
See, that's too much.
Like, how? I said, yo, did he really just say that shit?
I think we need to put a job qualification on priests and preachers. It needs to be a qualification. Like, if you're 45 and you did anything more than 10 years, you might not be yeah, we can learn from your lesson, but be like Wallow. Like, you know what I mean? Get the inspirational through the internet and talk. And you know what I mean? Go through that. Don't be sitting up here making it sound like you so righteous, but you 48 and you did a 30-year bid. You've been in jail for twice as long as you.
Yep.
You've been home free for 18 years. You found the Lord 15 years ago, but you did 30 years in jail. You've been in and out of the juvenile system since you was 9. But we're supposed to take your credit for it because you can found the Lord now, and we can learn from your pain.
Now you're delivering us the good word from behind bars.
Only reason why I'm saying that is I ain't sitting there saying nobody can't change. People can change and people can evolve. But these be the people that had this history. They be the people that be fucking up churches, businesses, corporations, companies. Like, I ain't saying nothing about nothing. Shout out to Elon. But you see what happens when you put a certain nigga in charge of how shit changed. Donald Trump. You see what happens. George Bush.
To the point where they want motherfuckers to come back.
You see what happened. Like, damn, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Yeah, Trump wasn't that bad for real. Y'all wanted Biden. Like, what?
They wanted Biden just because they got tired of the bullshit with Trump. But now
you got Lil Pump wearing make America
great again. But look at it. With these last 3 or 4 years with this nigga, it's like, fuck. What the fuck do we vote for him for? He not doing shit.
Not for
At least Trump, he did shit. He was ignorant, but he. Listen, the nigga's he's a great businessman. I don't give a fuck who says what.
He gave niggas money.
He's
not
a great businessman.
Come off that point, not for nothing.
He gave niggas money.
Just to give all our viewers some discretion coming from 3 black men. I ain't speaking for them, but I feel like I can speak for the black community when I can say 90% of, I ain't gonna say us because I don't agree with that shit, but 90% of black people want Trump back in office. Y'all can tell me in the comments if my numbers over there are wrong, but based on what I'm seeing as far as in Lil Wayne, Trump said Lil Wayne, Kodak said on Drink Champs that he would give Donald Trump $1 million right now if he needed. 90% of these black motherfuckers, they want Trump back.
Yes.
And if that don't tell you enough,
that's why I said the nigga's a great businessman. He ran the
jail and gave niggas money.
He ran the country like a fucking business. America is not we are a country.
It is a business.
It's a business.
But look at how toxic and corrupt you can be as a world leader, as a businessman / finesser. Look, finesser. Look how much you can do.
How much power.
And look how much you could quote unquote fuck this great world up to the point where the world is begging for you to come back. You done got arrested, we don't care. Grabbed by the pussy, we don't care. We're tweeting with capital letters at 3:19 a.m. and then going to sleep and choosing to respond when you wake up on some kid shit. Like, I think this nigga really would just tweet and put his phone, do not disturb, close it, put it in the White House Oval and go in his bed.
A nigga with that much, a nigga that you just described with the power to start a nuclear holocaust.
Hit the button.
At one fucking push of a button. A social media nigga.
Niggas don't even care that he got arrested.
No, he did. Nigga, he pulled up to the fucking Fulton County jail just to take that one mugshot and get out. With a gang of fucking
back in Trump Tower
Suburbans with him.
He just went back to Trump Tower.
And they only did that because the internet was like, why was he excused from getting a picture and a mugshot? Everybody is entitled to it when you go through those federal charges.
He said, okay.
I'll do you one better.
Alright, I'm out.
Okay.
Alright, I'm out. He dipped out.
He just went up there and said that was picture day? Okay.
Dipped out, Lee. Right afterwards. The picture went viral too, and then just dips out. Free Willy. Any other niggas, no, nigga, this ain't no free ride. You're going down.
The black community really wants Trump back.
Yeah.
That really speaks a lot about us. We're so ignorant.
We been ignorant.
Like, we're ignorant.
Nigga, man, fuck y'all. I don't care. Listen, we've been ignorant when we listen to 3 fat lesbian bitches talk about Black Lives Matter. We're listening to 3 overweight lesbian bitches about the whole George Floyd situation. We getting in an uproar, fucking shit up, and we listening to these 3 bitches that started this shit, but in all, took the money and used it to buy their own headquarters.
Like, just to know that a stimulus package is enough to buy a community and a race is insane.
Listen, I need another stimmy. I'm not gonna be the kind of nigga that says I don't.
And what you just said right there, that's what the fuck.
That's what niggas is.
It's the problem, but niggas got bills at the end of the day, and they know that. They know. I'm not potting.
Hey, how everything going up more expensive, an extra $1,200 ain't gonna hurt nobody.
They know niggas is struggling out here, and they know we will do anything for money. Outside of every other race, the black race are desperate as fuck when it comes to money. Asians, Latinos, fucking whites, they all have an abundance of money that they come from. Black people, a very small percentage that come from money. So if we got a chance to get some motherfucking money without selling drugs or doing some other shit, crash out dummy shit to get money, we gonna take it. Or slaving away at a warehouse or whatever the fuck kind of work, we're gonna take the money. So niggas, when it comes to morals and shit, morals go out the window because a lot of motherfuckers say I would rather do this than go back and living in my old poverty-stricken life. That's just what it is. So people want Donald Trump back because we all collectively as black people agree we need them stimmies back. We need that free money back.
I understand the mindset, but it's a small-minded and weak mindset to have.
Yes, it is.
For that low value of currency.
Niggas would rather take anything than nothing. You gotta think the first payment was $1,200.
Like to say that he gave me $1,500, $1,200, so I'm going to vote for him. It's insane to me.
It is, but he's good. He's a businessman. He knows marketing. What is a great way to win people over? Money.
How this Riley Freeman is speaking to you. Do you forget about fundraiser? I paid the cost to do business.
Nigga, that's Trump, but a little black version of him.
He paid the cost to do business. That's what them stimmies was.
And when the cost of business get too high, you
get out of business.
Before the stimmies, it was fuck him. He's racist. If you fuck with Trump, I'm beating your ass.
Some days he's white, some days he's red, some days he's orange.
The fake parrot hair be flying and shit.
He really do look like that dude off The Simpsons from that one episode.
Nigga, he looks like the parrot, the fucking bird from Rio, the white one. Nigga, but that parrot looking motherfucker has enough power to win over a race in elections. And if we look at the Obama era, that we saw the power of what happens when all black people vote for a certain